Yeah, I was like, everybody's talking about like, yeah, they've been on an airplane, and our coach was like, has anyone not been on an airplane? But I was like kind of prideful, you know, and I was like, man, I'm not going to tell people I didn't go on an airplane, you know. So I didn't say anything. I was just acting like I was all cool and everything, and then they started the thing up. What freaked me out the most was how fast we were going the runway. Like when they take off and you're like sinking back into the seat, airplane's going like 200 miles an hour, and it's just like.
Did you ever get turbulent? Like the
I thought I was going to die one time on an airplane, like really. Yeah.
I've never been on
Not that
like
situation. There were 8 people. There were 8 people on the airplane coming back from Houston, Texas, flying to Memphis, and our flight continuously got delayed throughout the day. And I had to get back because I had to be back to class on Monday morning. I remember I had a big psychology test Monday morning at 8 a.m.
ironic psychology and you.
Yeah, it was, so anyway, we were been at the airport for like 8 hours. They kept delaying the flight. It was only like a 2-hour flight from Houston to Memphis. Not even that. It was like an hour and a half. But the airplane kept getting delayed because it was grounded in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, because they had tornadoes like everywhere in Louisiana, and Houston's like right next to Louisiana. So I was sitting there, and then they were like, we'll give y'all hotel rooms. Because see, it was going to cost them a bunch of money. It was like Delta or someone to fly the airplane to get to Memphis. If they could get everyone, if they could convince everyone that had tickets for that flight to stay in Houston, it would save them a bunch of money, right? So they were giving everybody, like, we'll give you vouchers for like a free airplane ride, like we'll pay for your hotel and give you $50 for food and all this stuff. It's like I gotta get to school because I had this really strict professor, right? And like you couldn't make up a test.
Even if you were absent for like that kind of reason?
Yeah, like I mean it was just like a big no-no, right? So I was like I gotta get back to Alabama. So anyway, long story made short, they finally bring in the airplane, and there's like me and no joke like 4 other people on this huge airplane, like 4 other passengers.
Dang.
And they're like, we can't, like y'all, and one guy was like, I gotta get home, like my wife and kids are home, like I've gotta be there tomorrow's Monday morning. And another dude's like, I got a really important meeting at like 7 a.m. in the morning in Memphis, and they're like, we can't stay the night here. So I was like, okay, so we're going. And then all of a sudden, they start shutting down the whole airport.
Why?
And I'm like, gotta be kidding me, right?
Why'd they shut it down?
We were the only terminal open in the Houston International Airport, right? Is the George H. Bush International Airport. And who do you think was flying in from some vacation?
Bush.
George H. Bush, the president, the former president.
Oh, good man.
And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So they shut down everything, and like all these Secret Service dudes start rolling in, and then like the president, like he pulls up in his airplane, his like private jet.
Did
And
you
then
see him?
they get all, no, I didn't like see him, but I saw like all the Secret Service guys with them. They get him out, and they're like, oh, now we can reopen the runway, because you know they shut everything down for a president and former president. So then finally we get on the aircraft, and it's like 11:30 at night. And we get up in the air, y'all, and like we start going, we're going through the storm, and I can like see lightning strikes like half done all out the window.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I started praying. I was like, we're going to die. Literally. Oh, the airplane was like shaking, like it was just convulsing, like going sideways, going up and down, like luggage just starting to fly out of the thing. It was crazy.
A lot of turbulence.
So, long story made short, yeah, I really thought the airplane was going to go down. All the lights went off in the airplane.
Was everybody else freaking out too?
Yeah, we were all looking at each other like, oh my gosh, like my eyes were like saucers. Like
Usually
like,
they're
we're about
not
to go
supposed
down.
to fly through storms.
Dude, it was really sketchy. And anyway, we finally got there.
That would suck.
I got to the Memphis airport at 1 a.m. and
In your class.
I had to drive to Mississippi, 2 hours away. I went to sleep at 3:30, and then I got up at 5:30 to drive back to Alabama to get to my class. So I slept 2 hours through that whole
I bet you were
ordeal.
just in class like.
Yeah, and then I like took my test and went home and sleep. It was pretty crazy. Yeah. Those
You know
airplanes.
how you say like